Hey, you're listening to the Hustle Report by Profit Duel. Welcome to our deep dive. Today, we're unpacking a side hustle that, well, it perfectly leverages skills many of us already have: tech support. If you're that person, the one friends and family call when the Wi-Fi dies or their cloud storage acts weird, and you're thinking about maybe monetizing that skill, then this is your shortcut to the really critical info you need.
Yeah, and we're going beyond just, fix my slow computer.
Yeah.
Our mission today is to look at the massive demand for tech help, the practical steps to actually start, and crucially, the real-world challenges.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, knowing the idea is one thing, but understanding the whole picture, that's where the value is.
Okay, let's unpack this right away then. Technology is supposed to be getting simpler, right? Intuitive interfaces and all that. Yet the demand for tech support seems, I don't know, higher than ever. Why is that? What's creating this gap?
It's fascinating, isn't it? While the surface might seem simple, the underlying complexity has just exploded. People aren't just setting up a printer anymore. They need help with complex software, integrating smart home devices, maybe data migration, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're definitely willing to pay for expert help because they just don't have the time or maybe the patience or, frankly, the specialized knowledge to figure it all out.
Right, so you're not just fixing a problem, you're essentially selling peace of mind and saving them time. That sounds like a pretty strong value proposition.
It absolutely is. And honestly, the role can be really fulfilling. You're solving genuine pain points for people, for small businesses. You leverage a skill that's really in demand, provide a meaningful service, and yeah, that translates directly to better rates and client loyalty.
Okay, so that brings us to the mechanics. If I'm ready to jump in, what does the actual setup look like? And how flexible is this, really?
Structurally, it's very adaptable. You can go fully independent like a freelancer, or you can start using online platforms. Lots of those connect techs with clients. The flexibility is, well, it's a huge selling point. You pick the projects that fit your skills, set your own hours, and importantly, especially now, most of this work, it can be done remotely.
Okay, remote work. Let's talk prerequisites there. You can't just talk someone through fixing a major laptop issue over the phone, can you? Not always.
Ah, that's a key point. That separates the pros from the amateurs. You absolutely need to master professional remote access tools. We're talking things like TeamViewer, AnyDesk, maybe understanding secure RDP for business clients. Mastering these lets you troubleshoot effectively without being physically present. It maximizes your efficiency, lets you take clients from anywhere, really.
I can imagine, though, if you're remoted into someone's machine and they're already stressed because, everything's crashing, the tech skills are only half of it.
Oh, easily half. Maybe less sometimes. Technical skill gets you in the door, but communication, that's how you scale the business. You have to be an expert listener. Ask those clarifying diagnostic questions. Don't just take the client's word for what they think is wrong. And then you got to translate complex tech stuff into simple terms they understand. Managing expectations, staying calm under pressure. That builds trust. That trust. That's what gets you repeat business and those all-important referrals.
Makes total sense. Okay, let's pivot. The main driver for any side hustle, the money. What can someone realistically expect to earn doing this? Show us the potential.
Right. So based on current industry data, the average hourly rate for freelance tech support, it generally falls somewhere between $20 and $50 an hour.
That's quite a range, $20 to $50. What pushes someone towards that higher end? What justifies, say, $50 versus $20?
It's almost entirely about specialization and complexity.
Mm.
The lower end, that's your general troubleshooting. Basic setups, password resets, simple virus scans. The higher end, the $50 or even more. That's for niche expertise. Think specialized business software support, maybe cybersecurity consulting for small offices, or helping older folks with new smart devices. The more focused your expertise, the higher the rate you can command.
Are there other ways to price things besides just hourly? Because hourly can sometimes make clients nervous if a job takes longer.
Absolutely. And smart freelancers often move beyond pure hourly billing. Offering fixed price packages is a good move for common, well-defined tasks like secure Wi-Fi setup or malware deep clean. Gives the client clarity. For bigger, maybe more ambiguous projects, you can negotiate project-based rates, maybe tie payments to hitting certain milestones. Protects everyone.
Interesting. Now, you mentioned continuous learning as a benefit. That sounds almost like forced professional development.
It kind of is. Technology never sits still, does it? By doing support, you're forced to keep up with the latest OS updates, new security threats, hardware trends. This need to constantly learn directly boosts your professional growth. And crucially, that justifies pushing for those higher rates and lets you move into more profitable niches over time.
Okay, so we've covered the upsides, the money's decent, the flexibility's great, the learning aspect, but let's get real for a second, the reality check. What are the major challenges people should brace for?
Right, let's start with the big operational one, the unpredictable workload. Flexibility is awesome, but it means income can swing wildly. You might be swamped one month and have almost nothing the next. So you need really good time management and, frankly, solid financial discipline to ride out those slow periods.
And the work itself. Troubleshooting all day sounds like it could be mentally draining.
Oh, it definitely is. Complex tech issues can be incredibly mentally taxing. You might spend hours hunting down some obscure driver conflict or a weird registry error on a system you've never seen before. Plus, you're often dealing with sensitive client data. That carries a heavy burden, both technically and legally. Data integrity, privacy, that's huge. It takes real mental resilience.
And you touched on tricky clients earlier. How big a factor is that day to day, dealing with frustration?
It's a massive factor. You're usually interacting with people who are already stressed out, their computer's down, it's impacting their work, their life. Tech support demands serious interpersonal skills. Emotional intelligence, really. You have to
Yeah.
stay calm, communicate clearly, manage the expectations, even if they're impatient or, blaming you for the original problem.
We know the money's there, but you also mentioned competition. If everyone with a knack for fixing computers jumps in, how does a new freelancer actually stand out?
That's the million-dollar question for scaling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Differentiation is absolutely key, non-negotiable. It's not enough to just say, I fix computers. You need a unique selling point. Maybe it's super fast response times, specializing in Apple products, or maybe catering specifically to seniors who need patient, slower-paced help. If you're just general, you end up competing purely on price, and that usually traps you at the lower end of that $20, $50 range.
That distinction is crucial. Okay, so opportunities there, money's strong, challenges are clear. If someone listening is thinking, all right, I'm ready, let's walk through the actionable steps. How do you actually launch this?
Step one is planning. Nail down your market. You need a focused business plan. Don't try to be everything to everyone.
Yeah.
Are you targeting home users, small local businesses, remote support for people using specific high-end software? Defining that target dictates your services and, importantly, your pricing.
Got the plan. Then steps 2 and 3 seem to be about visibility and building trust.
Exactly. You need a professional online presence. That means a clean, easy-to-use website showing your services, your rates, your niche. Make it look competent. For marketing, think local SEO. You want to pop up when someone nearby searches computer repair near me, and use content marketing. Make short how-to videos, write blog posts on common issues you fix, giving away that free value. It instantly positions you as an expert, sets you apart.
Giving away value to build trust, always a good play. What about the final bits, the admin, the legal stuff?
Steps 4 and 5, compliance and platforms. Before you take a single client, get the admin sorted. Check local business license requirements, yes, but also think seriously about your business structure. Freelancer, sole proprietor, maybe an LLC, and crucially, get professional liability insurance. You're handling client data. Insurance isn't optional here.
Liability insurance. Yeah, that's a detail many probably overlook until it's way too late. It's essential. And finally, leverage those online platforms, especially when you're starting. They bring clients to you, handle payments, even help with disputes sometimes. Lets you focus on the actual tech work and building that reputation early on.
That sounds like a solid phased approach to launching.
And just remember, building that reputation, building a steady client base, it takes time and consistent effort. Patience and persistence are, well, they're absolutely required to turn this from just a gig into a real sustainable business.
That really pulls it all together. So we've seen the tech support side hustle offer serious financial potential, getting up to $50 an hour, maybe more for specialized work, plus great flexibility. But success really seems to hinge on, what, 3 things: nailing your communication, clearly defining your niche in a busy market, and being ready for the mental load and the sometimes unpredictable workflow. Yeah, and this whole discussion, it brings up a bigger question for you, the listener. We focused on general tech skills, right? But
Yeah.
what specific expertise do you already have that you could turn into a service? There are so many ways to monetize knowledge. Maybe it's finance skills for something like match betting, industry insights for coaching. Maybe you're super organized and could do virtual assistants or have deep knowledge to create online courses. Think about it. What specialized knowledge are you sitting on right now that could be your next profitable niche?
That's a wrap for this episode. Thanks for hanging out with us on the Hustle Report. Catch you next time.